A customer called us because they were trying to sell their home and they had noticed some water damage. Some water had been coming down from the ceiling. So we went upstairs and checked the master bathroom. Sure enough, we had some water damage. It was time to get to work. We covered things up to make sure we minimized the amount of dust we created when we started doing the demolition work, because we had to redo this entire bathroom due to water damage. Normally doing demolition is hard work, but in this case it was a bit easier since, as you can see, we could lift up the tiles and they would just come right off. There was so much water accumulated behind the walls in this bathroom that the thin set itself was still pretty much wet. You can see here. Now, there are always different reasons for water damage. There's different reasons why that water damage could occur in bathrooms. In this case, it was improper waterproofing, as it will show you in a little bit. And also the shower pan system was incorrectly done. It's very important to use the correct type of thin set mortar for every type of tile installation. Here you can see they obviously didn't use the right one, as it's still wet, and actually in some areas it's so wet it almost feels like drywall mud. Big no-no. Understandably, cost of living is so high that we all look for a way to save a little bit of money everywhere that we can. But something like this, your remodel or your shower, your tile installation, not the place to save. Obviously, expensive does not mean good, but if you're getting a high price with a reputable contractor, you're not gonna see waterproofing like this. Big no-no. This is incorrect, and this is the reason why so many bathrooms will leak. Improper installation, improper use of materials, wrong materials, and improper knowledge of waterproofing for your bathroom or for your shower. Spend a little bit more and save tons in the long run. This customer did not want to spend the time or the money to redo the entire shower, so we were given the task of doing just a shower pan, and in order to do that we had to take out the tiles only up a portion of the wall, enough to where we could redo the waterproofing and redo the shower pan. So it was quite a bit of a challenge because we had to take things out carefully not to damage more things. And here you see now that we took out the tiles up to a portion of the wall. This was obviously incorrect waterproofing, and we had to take everything out so that we could start fresh from a section. Now I'm going to show you here. We have a portion, the section that we took out. You can see where the water damage had been done. We cleaned out all that section so we could start fresh. So once the waterproofing has been done on the walls, we proceed to install the wall tile on the walls. Of course, before the waterproofing, we do the shower pan system, which I have showed you in other videos. Once the tile walls are done, then we proceed with a second mortar bed with a slope so that we can install the tiles. Here you see the mortar bed being worked on, and next you will see right here the mortar bed already done, ready for the tile work, in this case pebbles in the shower pan floor. Then we proceed to grout it. The customer chose a dark grout, and we put some blue tape along the edges so that we could do some caulking grout. And this is what it turned out to be after we repaired the water damage and made it all good for the customer.